Let's look at this question. Ramu, who works in a factory, has to complete 4 tasks A, B, C, and D every day in any order. To complete each of the 4 tasks, it takes him exactly 120 minutes, 160 minutes, 100 minutes, and 140 minutes, respectively. At the beginning of each day, he decides the order in which he wants to complete the tasks of that day and starts working on the first task at exactly 9 a.m. Since Ramu does not prefer to leave any task unfinished when leaving for his lunch, he does not start any task unless he can finish the task before he leaves for his lunch. So only if a task can be completed before lunch does he start it. If it cannot be completed before lunch, he leaves it alone. Further, he must leave for his lunch every day at or after 12 noon, but before 1 p.m., not at 1 p.m. So from in very crude terms, from 12 noon to 12:59, he can leave for lunch, but not at 1 p.m. Exactly 1 hour after leaving for his lunch, he starts working again. After the 4 tasks are completed, he will leave for the day. Any time before lunch during which Ramu is not working on any task qualifies as his idle time for the day, and he does not remain idle for any amount of time after lunch. Okay, now look at the total time that is needed by him for work. It is 120 for A and 160 for B and 100 for C and 140 for D, 300, 400, 520. He needs 520 minutes of work. He needs to do 520 minutes of work. Now, from the time that he enters the office, from 9 o'clock till he goes for his lunch, earliest at 12 and latest by 12:59. So can I say the time range after which he goes for lunch is from 180 minutes to 239 minutes? The amount of time that he spends on work, the amount of time from when he comes to office to when he goes to lunch, it can range somewhere between 180 to 239 minutes. And then when he comes back and all that jazz happens. These machinations and these workings are important for us to know. Let's see. If on a particular day, Ramu left for his lunch exactly at 12 noon. If he leaves exactly at 12 noon, from 9 to 12, he has exactly 180 minutes left to do whatever work he plans on doing. What is the earliest that he can leave for the day? Now see, if he has only 180 minutes, can he do 2 tasks in the early window before lunch? Even if we take the 2 smallest tasks, A and C, they add up to more than 180, which means in the window prior to lunch, he will only do 1 task. And among these tasks, the first task that he will accomplish is B, which is 180 minutes. 160 minutes, which would mean he is having 20 minutes of idle time. Then he goes for his lunch. He comes back at 1, and then he will do whatever task in whichever order, whether he does A first or C first or D first, I don't know. The time taken by him will be 120 plus 140 plus 100 adds up to a grand total of 240 and 126 hours. So he will get free at 7 p.m. He will get free at 7 p.m. He comes in at 9, does work on B, 160 minutes. He has 20 minutes of idle time. Then at 12, he goes for lunch. He comes back at 1. Then he does A, C, A, D, C in any order. He takes 6 hours of time there. And then he leaves by 7 p.m. on that day. So if on any particular day, Ramu left for his lunch at exactly 12 noon, what is the earliest he can leave for that day? Answer is option B, 7 p.m. The critical thing to note here is in the window before lunch, he can only do 1 task, and that 1 task will most definitely be task B, which takes the maximum amount of time. Now, the second question is a fun one because it simply uses all the work that you have done for the previous one. If on a particular day, Ramu left for the day at exactly 7 p.m., what is the first task he would have completed? Look at the previous working that we have done. He's leaving at 7 p.m. And what is the first task that he did? It was most definitely B. So answer to this question is option D, task B. From the working of the first one, you are also able to arrive at the answer for the second one. Okay. Now, if on a particular day, Ramu remained idle for a minimum amount of time, then at what time will he leave for lunch? Okay. Remember, his idle time was only when prior to leaving for lunch, he was sitting free, he was not doing any work. Now, the time that he has available prior to going for lunch is anywhere between 180 and 239 minutes. Anywhere between 180 and 239 minutes. If I take A and C, hopefully, if I take A and C in any order, the time taken is 220 minutes, which is to say, Ramu comes in at 9, he does this work for 220 minutes, and then he leaves for lunch at 12:40. 3 hours, 40 minutes ago, he leaves for lunch. He comes back at 1:40. Now the tasks left are B and D. The tasks left are B and D. B and D will take 300 minutes or 5 hours. And therefore, at 6:40, he will go home. At 6:40, he will go home. In this arrangement, he ends up having no idle time at all or minimum amount of idle time. So the question when it asks, at what time will he leave for lunch? The answer will be 12:40. Okay. Next thing. I've done extra work for question 3, as in when will he go home and what is the earliest he can leave and everything. Although that is not needed, but for a better understanding, let us look at the last question then. If on a particular day Ramu does not want to start either task B or C before lunch, what is the earliest that he can leave for the day? Okay, he does not want to start task B or task C before lunch. So the two tasks that he can potentially start, before lunch are A and D. The two tasks that he can potentially start are A and D. Between A and D, look at this wonderful thing. The time taken for A and D together is 260 minutes. But from 9 to the time that he goes off for lunch latest is only 239 available, which means at best he can do one task out of A or D. At best he can do one task out of A or D. So what would happen is at 9 he comes to the office. From 9 to 140 minutes, 2 hours 20 minutes. So 9 to 11:20 he does the 2 hours 20 minutes used up. Then 11:20 to 12 he is idle. Then at 12 he goes off for lunch. 12 to 1 he does his lunch. Then he comes back at 1. And now see, D is taken care of. Why between A and D I'm preferring D? Because D is the longer duration task. Now the time that he has to spend is 120 plus 160 plus 100, which is 380 minutes, which is 6 hours 20 minutes. So 1 to 720. 1 to 720. He will do A plus B plus C in any order. And therefore, what is the earliest that he can leave for that day? It will be 7:20 p.m. or option A. And that is the entirety of this set. This is not really an arrangement set so much as read the instruction and understand what they are trying to accomplish. As long as you know that, the task is manageable.